Hello everyone. So this is Surya sir teaching for UPSC CSC Anthropology. Today's topic of discussion is the most modern school of anthropological thought, postmodernism, which has developed recently. Now, what does postmodernism argue? It argues there is subjectivity in human experience. The previous culture groups which have been studied by anthropologists have been studied by their perspective. There are biases and subjectivity in anthropological studies. Hence, anthropology cannot be a science because science is objective. So, postmodernism presents it anthropology as a critique of science or as a subjective science, non-objective science. What are the different premises of postmodernism? There is systematic skepticism, that is, they are skeptics. They don't believe in objectivity, they believe in subjectivity. So whatever theories which have been propounded like evolutionism, diffusionism, they are systematically criticized, or the postmodernists are skeptical of the acceptance of these theories, application of these theories. They are suspicious of authoritative and singular narratives. That is, the narratives which have been presented by anthropologists are authoritative. They are riddled with biases which they have in their mindset. They are ethic in approach. They do not represent the reality of the culture group under study. That is only written here. It questions the reality and its representation. That is, reality is different, its representation is different. Now, postmodernists apply literary analysis. Why? Because they believe in subjectivity. And literature, art, these all are subjective or non-objective studies. Hence, ethnography is also considered as art, literature by postmodernists. They criticize meta-narratives. That is, they consider all the previous narratives as partial. Their method of study and evaluation faulty. That is, whatever they have studied and the methods they have adopted have faults in them. They are not incorrect. So they criticize these narratives. Hence it is criticize meta narratives. Means that all the previous narratives, historical narratives, ethnographs, field works, reflexive ethnography. So they believe in reflexivity. What does this include? This seems that when you think reflexively about the text which have been written earlier, they are riddled with political biases, social biases and cultural biases. British anthropologists, American anthropologists have written their ethnographs from their own angle. They did not thoroughly study the culture group under study. This induced subjectivity. Whatever the texts were written, acceptance was decided by wealth and power. Whoever had the power and the wealth, accordingly the anthropological text has been accepted. You can see there was ethnocentrism in classical evolutionists. They were armchair anthropologists. So they believed in secondary sources. So you can analyze it from that angle. What are the methods adopted? Deconstruction and demystification. That is, whatever the previous text has been written, you have to deconstruct and demystify. Why? So that you can reveal the social, political and cultural biases that are present in the ethnographs or anthropological studies. You can add thinkers Vincent Capanzano and Jacques Derrida here, because they were important in deconstruction and demystification arguments. Intuitive interpretation. You can yourself become a postmodernist. You can introspectively understand an ethnograph written by Australian Aborigines. You can point out the faults and the biases in that. So they are basically critics. So you can also be a critic. 2.3, focus on fieldwork process. So the method focuses on the process of fieldwork and one aspect of culture. That is, you have to not focus on whole of cultural system. You have to focus on a single aspect of culture like kinship, marriage, family, lineage, clan, etc. Data collection is very important. Here also data collection important is focused in postmodernism as well. It rejects grand theories like evolutionism, functionalism, structuralism, diffusionism, etc. So these are the methods and premises of postmodernists. Now, what are their accomplishments? They critically examined the ethnography. So the previous ethnographs were examined unrelentlessly. You have to use these words in postmodern answer: critical, unrelentless examination, heightened sensitivity. Now, since there was unrelenting and critical examination, there was sensitivity to data collection, because they have to focus on process of field work. They have to collect data meticulously. So there was sensitivity to data collection so that nothing can go wrong. Demystification was given by Vincent Capanzano and Jacques Derrida. They demystified the text and they revealed the epistemological and ideological motivation behind the social sciences. That is, what was the real purpose of attaining knowledge through ethnographic works. Previous ethnographic works, what was the motivation? What did they want to represent? What was the knowledge they wanted to gain? This was first uncovered, that is demystified, and then criticized. Polyvocality, something related with neo-cultural relativism. Now when you use these words in postmodernist, you get extra edge over others. Polyvocality, neo-cultural relativism. Why this is neo-cultural relativism? Because it appreciates the voice of the others, that is the third world or the weak countries or the female, whose perspective may be lacking in the ethnographs which have been prepared earlier. They treat the culture as a dynamic entity, so they induce social change. Since it is post-modernization, it is after media, industrialization, urbanization, something like that, industrial evolution. So they treat that culture as dynamic. There may have been process of social change within culture. Now, when you also use words which are already present in your syllabus directly in the answers, you get more marks, because syllabus itself, if you read the syllabus, it is itself a huge syllabus. So if you use those words, social change, then you'll get more marks. Synchronic means at the same time period, diachronic means historical. So the postmodernists considered historical consideration also, and they studied current cultural system who had been formed after modernization. It promoted emic approach, because earlier ethnographs were criticized to being subjective, bias, political, social, cultural bias. So emic approach is important. Emic approach is culture sensitive approach. So we say that neo-cultural relativism was promoted by postmodernists. You criticize them because they are armchair anthropologists of modern time. They did not do any field work, and they started theorizing from distant lands about distant culture groups. They dismissed scientific methods, that is, they said that they are without objectivity. Belford Spiro you can mention, who dismissed that there is no scientific method in anthropology, but this is not true. You can say that it promotes political bias, authoritarianism and dictatorship, because it says that whoever has wealth and power has to dictate. So this postmodernist also promotes authoritarianism and dictatorship. Now this is very important. Morality of the culture is subjective. So it is written that examines the morality of culture. So when you examine the morality of culture, it is different from one person and different from other person. Roy D. Andrade, who was the first person to criticize that postmodernists examine the morality of culture and it is subjective itself. So how can you say that ethnographs are subjective? So you can't examine the morality because it is different for different peoples. Small section or more mark section. You have to define postmodernism clearly, how it evolved. Use thinkers like Spiro we mentioned. Now moral model you can mention, because in criticism, moral model we'll see in criticism. Premise is very important. Use singular narratives, authoritarian, literary analysis. Clearly methods, demystification, deconstruction, intuitive interpretation. Accomplishments is very important, and criticization is very important. Now here thinkers, moral model. Moral model means postmodernists considered each culture there was a moral model behind it. So it is subjective. Schaeffer gave the moral model. Schaeffer was a postmodernist who gave the moral model, but it is subjective. It was given by Roy D. Andrade. You can write this in criticism. Also, you can, in the origin of postmodernism, you can write that Baudrillard had proposed that mass media and cinema gave stimulus to postmodernist thinking. This is for value addition after you have completed your basic concepts. In conclusion, you can write that postmodernism is based on subjectivity, but culture can be studied objectively also, as has been done by many anthropologists. If you like the lecture, please like, share and subscribe at Surya's Anthro for UPSC at YouTube, and you can join my Telegram channel at @IS with Surya. Thank you and have a nice day.